We are live this morning, guys. Welcome to the live. We are live. We are live December 28th. December 28th, guys. December 28th. We are close to the end of the year or into the new year, guys. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, guys. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing this morning? Appreciate everyone coming in, man. And people, wow, man. We have a very interesting show this morning, man. And mental health versus money. That's the topic this morning, and we're gonna have a real talk. And we see Kai, Kai, that name, Kai, wow. Kai Cenet, right? Made it public that he has some issues, some challenges that he's fighting right now in his personal life. And he had to know. Do you remember this young man is supposed to sign a big time deal? But before we get into the show this morning, I want to lay some foundation this morning. I want to lay a foundation this morning where people come in the chat could get an idea what I'm talking about. I know there's no one in the chat, but welcome to the live, guys. We're gonna wait for something to come in. I'm gonna build a foundation this morning, and wow, guys, wow. Let me get myself out the picture, you know what I mean, and focus on Kai, cause Kai, consent. I don't his last name. I don't know how to pronounce his last name that well. This is Kai consent, I guess, but I say Kai because what I mean. That name is very easy to say, so it's Kai consent. You know what I mean. Having some issues, man. Having some issues. Having some challenges. Having some challenges. The voices and so forth and so forth and so forth. But hear this, no, guys. Here it is. Here it is, guys. Do you remember a rapper a couple years ago, and we remember this guy. Remember this guy, right? Making a point. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Making a point. Do you remember Kanye West about 10 to 15 years ago, right? And one of the first thing that the enemy will make you. It would bring you the rich, the fame, the money. It would bring you everything. But there is something come with that attach that West went through. Kanye West. Now we have Kai Consent, right? If that's how I pronounce his name right. Right. I don't want to pronounce his name. We notice there's a change in appearance, not because of getting his hair cut. I'm looking deeper than that. There is something spiritual is going on here, guys. Kai Kusnet was about to, he's doing some big deals. Listen, this young man is almost worth $100 million. This young man have influence to move the masses of people. Do you remember a couple years ago he went to Manhattan to give out free whatever, and it was like crazy. So now this young man have a lot of people coming out the woodwork after him. Oh, we give you this deal. Oh, we give you this deal. Oh, this deal. Oh, that deal. Oh, this deal. Oh, we give you this. And they are giving up perks up front. They're giving this young man things up front. Oh man. Kai Cenat was in his past life, he changed. He changed people. He changed. And I heard Dr. Umar say white people set him up. No, No, nobody set him up. The enemy set him up. It's not white people are enemy. The enemy set him up because the people who surround him are not discerning when the enemy come in like a flood. Now the enemy is open up that gate wide and hear the word of the Most High. The word of the Most High, good morning. The word of the Most High said, the enemy coming like a flood, but the spirit of the Most High God going to take a standard. Where is Kai Cassette, whatever his name is? Excuse me, I'm saying it wrong. Where is his standard? He lower his moral for the money. The money. Good morning, man. Everything is good, creative. How you doing? Weird. How you doing? Good morning. So Kai sacrificed his morals and character. Don't you know they are changing this young man right in front of our eyes? Had nothing to do with the dreads. Yes, with the haircut. Something is behind the scene. Soon as he got this big deal, and hear this now. That is how they got Kanye West people. And one of the most devastating thing the enemy used, he used mental illness, because once mental illness in the picture, no one will take you what? Seriously. Look at Kanye West people. Come on, people, wake up, wake up. The grass is not greener on the other side. The money don't make everything better. The money make it more complicated, because with money come more complication. And if you don't surround yourself with the right people, I don't know what happened to Kai, but for some reason it looked like he's slipping and he's sliding very hard in the wrong direction. Once you start, he came, the enemy set him up. Once you come on national TV, on social media, and stated that you've been battling voices in your head, why all of a sudden those voices is coming to you? Because it's who you are attracting. You open doors. All those people come on his show. Someone opened the door. Someone showed this young man another door for fame. Follow me. So one what the enemy does, what he do, he play with your mental status. Now his mental status is out on the platform. It's out there. It's out there. It's out there. That's the same way. Look how he changes. I know he got older. I know he got older. Eyes tell story. Look at his eyes. Look at Kai eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. This is after his picture haircut. Look at that. No smiling. No smiling. Look at this. No smiling. Nothing. What happened to this young man? What happened to this young man with the big grin on his face? What happened to this young man that was self-conscious, have morals at one point, that would never sacrifice his relationship, what he have with God? Carla B, or not Carla B, um, Nicki Minaj also is speaking out on her walk with God, and how the music industry or entertainment in general do not like when you have a relationship with God, because they know that you can't serve two masters. You cannot serve God and the devil at the same time. You have to choose. So these people will choose morally wrong because of what? Because of money, and think the fame going to satisfy their curiosity. And when this guy had so many people on his show, so many people on his show, Ray J, all type of issues, Ray J, they have demons on their back. That's what they have. I'm going to call it for what it is. They're knocking out this young man's door hard, man. And I think they're already having people, because once you start that mental illness, that's what they call it. They call it mental illness when you are influenced by another entity or vibe. Someone is telling you what to do. Hear this now. And listen, don't you notice we have the Lion King murdered by a boyfriend. We had a young man kill his whole family. We have Rob Reiner. You saw what Nick did to his family, took everyone out, his mother, his parents, took them out, slapped, whatever. And now they had Nicki Minaj, had, past tense, had. She's woke up. She's spiritually awoken, because she realized something was wrong through her testimony when she went on the Kirk, Charlie Kirk wife, whatever, show she went on or whatever. Okay, people. So now we have to realize that this young man is being sniffed. In the book of Peter, it said the enemy, you know, seek. He move around. He seek to who he may devour. And when he find a weak link, he's gonna set up shop. And he's setting up shop right now with Kai Connect. He's setting up shop with this young man, because it starts with what? With mental illness. And once you start with mental illness, no one will take you seriously no more. So his character and his reputation is shot, because they're going to say his mental illness leaving him incompetent. Like, he's not, he's just incompetent. He's not, certain things he say is out there. Just where we're going. This is where we're going. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So, you know what the word of the Most High said. What would to gain the whole world, all the riches, everything, to gain everything, to lose your life, to lose your spirit, to look to people. Let me tell you something. It's sad where, a lot of people, we are speaking about it, but I mean, we speaking about it, but where it's gonna go, where it's gonna go, because I remember when Kanye West, couple years ago, when he started with his mental issues and challenges in his life, and you see how he wind up. He wind up making bad decision, married Bianca, which was I don't know what that is. She was dressing in public like she's half naked, demons on her back. They're demons, people. These people, whenever you see people coming out themselves, not being real with themselves, and like, what the hell is this? These people are being influenced by demons, because these people cross over to that world, and now they want to cross back. This guy Kai, he's you know the thing that scare me with this guy, you know what scare me with him? The people who around him are beguiling him too because of what? The money. Because the people around him not telling this young man, listen, you believe in God, and all of a sudden, the God that brought you here, the God that you serve, you change your God in the middle of everything. You change your God. Now you don't know, you don't no longer know the true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now you worshiping money and pagan and sponsorship. That is what these people are giving this young man. So his self-worth, his value is all about the negative vibes. Now, nothing positive going to come from this young man. Because everything that they're going to push towards this man is to set him up and to get him so caught up in this web of mischief and just propaganda. He don't know what he's getting himself to. And the people who's supposed to be surrounding this young man, they are not leadership, because there is no reason why, if this young man always believe in God and his platform based on God. He talking about he pray and all these things. What happened to all of that? What happened to all those positive things he used to do? Now they're going to control him because he's um Kai's worth like $50 million. And he just signed a deal. I don't know with who. I didn't do all that investigation and digging, but I know he signed a big deal. This guy gonna be, because this guy have influence, millions of followers, millions. Millions. And they set them up because it started with mental illness. And right now, if this young man don't reach out to God right now and say, God, I need your deliverance, he's gone, guys. He's gone. You're not going to see, this. Look at this. Look at the transformation. See? No smile. You're not going to see this guy. He's gone. This guy that you used to see, this heart was for people. That's why he started to scream to people. But the people who behind him sees potential, and they're going to bend it and turn it for use for them. And what they're gonna give him, what is money and merchandise product. That's what it is. Money and product. Free money and product. He's young, guys. He's a young guy. And this is where, if his parents claim that they are true believers of the true and living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they need to start praying for this young man. They need to wheel him back to reality, because people, once you tap into mental illness, you no longer in reality. You no longer there. You no longer reality, people, because the enemy going to put all type of propaganda in your mind to battle in your mind, because it's mental in your mind. Nobody's can fight that for you but you and God. Three people going to be there. Three present. You, the devil, and God. You are neutral. We are neutral. God is positive. The enemy is negative. Which direction you going to go? Which direction we going to go? And that's basically what it is. We have to make decision on what we going to do. And this young man made a decision because of money. Money. This young man became a streamer on his own platform, his own promotion, everything he did on his own. And they want to know his secret. What did you do? How to get these people to follow you? Because not even the president, he had more follower than. Come on, people, you don't understand this kind, that the influence that he have, and they what see once they get him, they got that. Once the enemy got his influence, he got those people because Kai controlled those people. You remember when he said for people he gonna go in Manhattan and give some free gifts? He went on his internet and said he gonna be blah blah blah. You know how many thousands of people came out there? Just because of his words, people, he have influence. He controlled, anyone controlled the masses of people. Your eyes are being looked on you. Just like Bob Marley, whenever you control the masses of people, you are getting eyes looked on you. You're getting, everyone is looking at you. Good and bad people are looking at you. And some people are looking at you how to use your platform. And they're looking at him how to use this young man, millions and millions and millions and millions of streamers. How can we get those people that he have to come over here and get this over here? So that's what they're going. And this young man, he's not happy right now. He's not happy. You have all the money in the world and he's not happy. Is Kanye West happy right now? No. And what these entities do, because they're going to influence you now. They see what the enemy going to do. What the enemy does. He going to be your influencer. You could influence the people. He's influenced you, and you follow the lead, and the people follow you. Mimic. And now he's in a position where he's getting deals set up. He's going to make a lot of money. Listen, this guy's very famous. He get he get like invitation to the Grammys and BT music, all of these music awards. He goes red carpet. They know who he is. They know who he is, and everywhere he go, people know who Kai Consent. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. They know who he is, and I apologize for messed up. They know who he is. They know because everybody, kids, famous people, rich, young, black, it does. They know who he is because he's the number one streamer, and the people want to use his platform, his influence to reach his people. But that come with a lot of baggage that they're not telling him. And right now, he came on his platform. I think he went on. I guess he was taking some award. He was getting an award, and he said that he'd been struggling for the last couple months. He'd been struggling, and it's the last 6 months of the year he's struggling with. Why? Because throughout the whole year, he allowed a lot of people come on his platform, and Ray J went on there, and it was a whole bunch of, I don't know what it was, talking about taking a shot. People, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but it wasn't a positive vibes. Someone introduced him to that door. I don't know who it is, but someone introduced this young man to those people. This young man did not go looking for those people. They came looking for him because of his influence. They came looking for him, people. And they was watching from a distance for a while. And even some of the people that came on his platform went back and talked to those people and said, oh, yeah, he's good. I'm telling people, listen, because, oh, YARDCHAT, how you get this? Listen, like I said, there's a thing called you discern, there's an intuition. Trust me. It's just like the P. Diddy. We know these things was happening for years, but no one said nothing. But guess what happened? Now we know, and now we know. But we did know. So it's nothing surprising. So there's nothing surprising what these people are doing behind the scene with this young man, because what they want his followers. Because he's controlling the masses of people. And those people who want those control, they're going through him. And unfortunately, Kai already went through that door because he took the deal. He took the offer. Someone introduced him, and So many people came on his show, and now everything is coming out, and now he's here. He's here. Different haircut, different look. See, they tell him, listen, you gotta do you under our company now. We don't appreciate you have to cut your hair. Let me tell you something. Hmm. For a person to grow their hair in locks, some people wear it for fashion, fashion dread. Some people wear it because there's some significance behind it. Some people wear it because they're Rastafarian and he was not Rasta. So he fall in the other category. Was he did it for symbol for something, or he's just doing it for fashion? If he's doing it for fashion, he would cut his hair like that. And he did. 'Cause it was fashion. If he had some type of significant purpose and understanding behind it, he would never cut it. But if there is no understanding, it was just a look, a style, fashion dread, he will cut it. And he cut it. That's just what I'm observing because I used to have my dreads. I used to be a Rasta. I used to have my dreads, and when you cut your hair, you just don't say I'm going to cut it. You you it have to be a reason. And for you to grow your locks, you just say, oh, let me grow my locks. You want to be a fashion dread, you grow it. But if you want to have a statement, a significant behind it, it stands for something. So to me, it appeared that his dreads maybe at one point did stand for something, but when these people came and talked to him and blah 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 and gave him deals and blah blah blah, it wasn't that important no more. The hair, so it didn't mean something. Nothing. It didn't mean anything no more. So that's what I'm getting from this. But this young man, I feel for him. He's in a very, 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 very crucial, very, very crucial part in his life. He's at a crossroad. Oh my God, people! Such a young man. I don't even think he's 30. I don't even think he's 29. I don't even think he's 25. I don't know how old he is, but he have to make a big life decision. And it appeared to me that he really made that decision because of his outlook and his appearance now. I don't in God, I don't mean nothing bad for this young man, but people, it's not going to go good for this young man. It's not because he lined himself up with the enemy. And when you line yourself up with the enemy, it's sad, man. It's sad. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm very disappointed in his parents. I'm very disappointed in the people that really say they care for this young man. I'm really disappointed that the people say they really want the best interest for this young man. And I'm really disappointed because I see it coming. I see it coming. People say, "Oh, you're being negative." No, it's not being negative. It's called foresee, you discern because of money. Money. Because he listen, he doesn't need them. But when these people come to you, let me tell you, when the enemy come to you, he's not gonna uh come to you in his real form. He's a chameleon. He's a shapeshifter. He's a liar. He's a beguiler. That's the word we should use, a beguiler, not manipulate, a beguile. You see, what we do, we trying to change the word to make it seem like look better. No, the word is beguile and deceive. That's what it is. And he come this is what he come. He come to steal, then he come to destroy. Then he finally, what he want to do is to kill you. Three things. He does not come to give you no type of help or source of life. All he bring is destruction. But in that destruction, when he come to you, he's coming to you with a deceiving and beguiling spirit. He's not going to come to you with horns and long claws. No, the enemy going to come to you because the word of the Most High said the enemy, could change himself like an angel of light called Lucifer. Light. That's at one point he was the light at one point, but he still have the power, but they are not everlasting. He cannot do it forever. It's a temporary setting. He cannot be. He cannot. When he come to you, he cannot beguile you for long because his real self will show. And in order for in what he does, he keep you in the propaganda and mix with confusion so you don't get spiritual awakened to see what he's doing. And that's what happened to Nicki Minaj. She was spiritually awoken because in her testimony she said, God said, where were you? God don't leave us, we leave God. Our behavior and ways and action make we God our behavior cannot be in the presence of God. So what we do now, we lie to ourselves and say everything is good and it's not. The enemy, listen, he's one of the biggest deceiver, man. He lied to people since the beginning of time. Hear this now. He is so good. Listen, I am not giving the enemy no power, but you got to give him credit because he's good. He don't have no power. All you have to give him is credit because what this entity do, he walk around and see who will be his prey, who going to be his weakling, and any person that fall for his scheme, because there is no new trick with the enemy. King Solomon said there is no new thing under the sun. There is no new sin. There is no new wickedness. It's people wicked is wicked. There's no new wicked. So they come to this young man and they tricked him. But I'm disappointed that his parents, whoever was in this young man corner for when he was back then and praying and talking to God and questioning God, what happened to that? What happened to those people? I'm assuming those people no longer around. There's other people in his camp now because guess what? Now he have a status. So people now are going to look at his status or his cards. They're not looking at him as a person no more. They're looking at him as a collateral. He's a product now. That's what it is. He's a product. And if this young man don't stand firm on God, he need to call on God. God is the only person that could help him now because he went in bed with the enemy and made a deal with the enemy. He made a deal. No one can tell me, oh, he made a deal with those people that came to him. He never went to them. They came to him. And what it was the same is his own people set him up, Dr. Umar. His own people failed him because everyone want a piece of the bag or the bag. Bag chasers, be careful. You have people bag chaser. I'm not chasing no bag. The only person I'm chasing is God. Because let me tell you something. You hear what the word of God said? Seek the kingdom and righteousness first. So when you're not seeking God's kingdom first, there's another kingdom that is there. There's another kingdom that gonna give you temporary things, a sponsorship worth millions and millions of dollars, give you the best clothes, the food. You traveling first. You feeling the vibes. You chilling. You chilling. But go tell him that. Kai haven't watched Kanye West life in front of social media, how it rumbled when this man came on social media talking about this, they killed his mother, they did this, they did that, all of those things. Who take Kanye West seriously? No one does. Because they painted him as a mental case. Don't pay him no money. He's mental. Because he opened doors. Mental illness, you open doors. Either you're hiding something or you open doors. And majority of the time in our kids is doors open. And when you open those doors, a whole bunch of familiar things come through those doors. Kai came on and said he'd been battling mental illness in his mind. That's where it is. Hearing voices. Oh my God. People. Okay. I shared this testimony already, but I'm going to share it again. Mine. Okay. Couple years ago, 2003 going to 2004. As God as my witness today, because today is my birthday, December 28th. I was in Manhattan. We went to a service for the New Year's, and the man of God was preaching the word, the right word. Because without the word that night, I don't think I would have been here. I was sitting there, I think I was like in the middle of the church, the congregation, the middle. It was not a lot of people around. There was people there, but I was basically. And I'm sitting there, people, I am telling you, God is my witness. I heard voices in my head. I'm telling people a personal experience. When people say mental illness, people, those are familiar spirit. Those are demons. Because you open someone on, you've been around, you open doors. These are called familiar spirit. They know you. These spirits follow you around. To who is your accuser? He accuses you every day. People are telling you. So that night, the voice said to me, man, get out of here. Just go outside and go smoke a cigarette. Leave these people. Yeah. The other voice said, if you are willing, obey. Then further up in Isaiah 1, 18, 17, 18, he said, come and let's reason. The enemy don't want to reason with you. There's no reason with the enemy. Only God himself going to sit down with you and reason. The devil don't reason with you because he already know what he's going to do. But God want to reason. And when you reason with God, he going to show you that what you're doing is wrong. So that night, the other voice said to me, get out of here and leave. The other voice said to me, if you are willing, obey you with the good of the land. I said, God, I'm taking that. And ever since that day, that night, 2003 going to 2004, my outlook on life is different because I know there is a battle. I know mental illness or demons and familiar spirit, because that's the only way the enemy could defeat you, is when you do not have the mental capacity to defend yourself when you're not in your right mind. He come to steal your mind, your memory. He come to take everything. He want to strip you naked. And nakedness in the Bible is sin. Look how Kanye wife was dressing. What is that? Anyone in their right mind would let there's someone that you call your wife, and you're gonna expose, or whoever, because they both are demons. You letting the whole world see your wife, goods, everything, and you want to say these people in their right mind? They are not in their right mind. They're not in their right mind. They are being controlled because they compromise their morality. That's how you sell your soul. When you compromise your moral and statute and righteousness of God, you compromise yourself. That's how you sell yourself. So like I said, I feel for Kanye West too. Look at him. Look, he's never the same. Never the same when he took that deal. Never the same again. Who's taking Kanye West seriously? Who? Yeah, we see when he say things, it go viral, but it's just what is entertainment. And hear this now. Oh my God. The sad thing for Kanye West is his daughter, because she been underneath her mom and dad. She automatically, you got weaned in, because you're exposed to that. Look the way she's dressing. There is no way a 13-year-old girl should be dressing with her breast out and short shorts and shorts miniskirt. No. You are enticing men. Same thing with Blue Ivory. She's only 13 years old. They put makeup on her, make she look like 19, 20. They make her look older. They are grooming for her to get attractive, rich men. They group this what the enemy does. The enemy fool these people and say, "Oh, you're better than them. Oh, you have money, you could do this, you could do that." But at the end of the day, who are you serving? That's what it matters. At the end of the day, I don't care what you say. I'm going to check your action. And these people talk a lot of propaganda, but their action says something else. Who are they serving? I told you guys this year, people say, "Oh, this year, this, that, this." No, look at it. This is the year you people making decision, and you know who they're serving. Okay, 50 Cent, P. Diddy, all of these people, Kanye West, all of these people, Jay-Z, all those people. Why? It seemed to me they're all enemies. Why? Why? Why is that? These people supposed to be putting their best foot forward, present themselves nice in front of the audience, and yeah, this what we present now. And the sad thing about it, all of these people that we speaking about are all black, and that's not even it. The thing is this, that no one is working together, because at the end of the day, the enemy make them enemies to kill each other, to fight each other. Because who's winning? The enemy. It people. The thing is that how the enemy treat people. They think, oh, because I'm going to expose him. You're still doing the enemy work. And we think 50 Cent any better? He's in the music industry. He's doing it the same thing that Diddy do, but doing it from a different perspective, different point. Because he's exposing the wickedness of the entertainment world. He's in it. You think 50 Cent was so 100% innocent all these years in this type of music? And the sad thing about it is where people think that you're supposed to be praising these people. Who is the enemy? Who you think is the enemy? Who is the enemy? I told you who's the enemy. Who is the enemy? The enemy. Listen, listen. All right. Let's cut the charade and the nonsense. Hear this. If you are not serving God, who are you serving? I'm asking a straight up question. If you are not doing good, and you take bad and say bad is good, who are you serving? Let me tell you, the same people that came to his house, Christ is a king. Okay. Christ is a king. So with Kai, used to surround himself with some people who I don't know his parent, I don't know, but his old vibes changed in the last 6 months. The only one, the only king. Yes, he's a king. The conquering lion of Judah. He's the only king that could come through that eastern gate in the Middle East. Still locked up till this day. No one could come through that gate, the eastern gate. They know where that is. No one could come through that gate because it's locked. The only person going to come through that gate is the King of Kings, the conquering lion of Judah. Kai. Yes. Kai have some issue, mental. And like I said before, mental issue are familiar spirit. They are demons. So I broke it down when a couple years ago I told my audience this morning that I had a experience where I had a mental battle with the enemy, good between good and evil. What's wrong with Kanye West? Mental. Listen, they're doing the same thing that they're doing to Kanye West. They're doing the same thing to Kai Cenet. That's what they're doing to him. This young man, he don't know right now where he's going because there's so many voices coming in. And hear this now. The only way those voices going to leave, you got to get deliverance. God have to come and tell those enemy, those demons, flee. That's the only way he's going to get deliverance. He's not going to get deliverance from no sight, from no doctor. He's not going to get no help from no doctor. They're going to make it worse. He need to get on his knees and ask God for forgiveness and repent of what he did. He know what he did. He know the contracts that he signed. He knows. People, it's not going to look good for him. It's going to look good temporary, yes. If he don't get deliverance from this mental illness, it's going to escalate. Hear this now. When you leave mental illness unchecked, you know what happened? More people move in your house. All right. And the demon world, there's a fight for power. There is never peace. There is never calm. It's just straight up chaos. Because in the demon world, they fighting for power. And all of them want it. They would kill each other for it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. They will kill each other for it in the demon world. I am telling you, people, these things are battle. People, I am telling you, y'all haven't heard nothing yet what I went through. My people, y'all have I wrote a book. I wrote a book. Still have it in my attic. Still have it. I wrote a book of the spiritual fight that I fought years ago and still fight until this day. Because the enemy know his capability. Because the enemy watched him for a while. Watched him and said, wait a minute here. This guy have influence with people, millions. And that is what they want to use him for because he have control of the massive and they want to turn this good product into something wicked and evil. And he doesn't even know. And I pray to God, God, this video go across his timeline and say, listen, brother, you need God. Only God will take you out of this. Nothing else. There is no sight. There is no doctor. There is no therapy because God is a great physician. He's a great counselor. He's a physician. He's a great healer. Only God going to help him. Only God can help Kanye West. People don't understand. There is certain demons that only respect the authority of God. And when you leave these demons unchecked, they move in a stronger demon. And it just keep going and going. There is no end to just keep going because once you give them that authority, they come in. So there is no one in his camp to take a standard. The word of God said when the enemy coming like a flood, the spirit of God have to take a standard with what? With righteousness and morals. And if nobody checked it, what? Nobody checking us? Hey, bring some more over here. Bring some more. Come on, y'all come over here. Because how is that proven? Because Christ himself had to deliver a man who have legions of demons in him, people. And be careful of those people who say, identify of us and them or they. They are demons. No individual should be to be addressed as they. One individual should not be dressed as them, us, they. People, who are they? Who you are one person, and when you look, you say they are they. Who are they? Demons. Demons. I am telling you, demons. And Kai Connect, he went into a portal that only God Himself gonna have to deliver him from because he don't know, man. He need the only thing gonna help him deliverance, nothing else. A lot of people walking around, I see in New York, mental illness is number one thing. I see people eat out of garbage can. I see people walk down the street naked. I see people just walking twist up. And there is no way a human being is doing that. That is a demon. And let me tell you one time. I was coming from Manhattan. This was years ago. And I'm coming on the train. No, I got off the boat. I'm coming from Manhattan. I got off the train, got on the boat, and I'm coming off the boat on Staten Island side, and I'm walking. And this man, he was looking at me. He said, "I know who you are." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You're a child of God." Wow, people, and I was a young believer. I did. He said, "I know you." He said, I know." He said, "I know who you are. You're a child." I said, "You're a child of God." He said, "Because I see it." What people, you see it. I am telling you. I work couple weeks ago, I floated. I'm in nursing, and I went on a unit, floated on another unit, and people. I went in the room of one of these patients, guys. As God as my witness, I had to say in the name, people. I had to rebuke that, mentally rebuke. Because when I walked in the room, all I saw was red in this person. I read like fire. I said, this is not normal. That was a demon. I had to rebuke it. I said, this is not of God. And even working in a nursing field, people, you see a lot of people come in a hospital. What you see, they are demons. Who come in there for getting their dope because they want to be fed there because they can't get it. So they come in. They are demons searching, looking. They come in there, they all acting irate people. These people are demons. Just the other day, I'm on Victory Boulevard by SI Fish. People, I saw a gentleman walking, talking to himself, twist up, this and that. Looked at people. This man went in the garbage and took out something to drink and put his hand in something and start eating it. That is not normal for any normal person to act that way. Must be something influence these people. Have to be mental illness. And hear this now. I did a video. Please go watch that video. Please watch that video with I did a video yesterday about Jamaica mental illness awareness. I don't know, that it seemed like video not going nowhere, but people in the chat, I need your guys to go watch that video. Please, I need that video to go out there. Mental illness is rising in Russia. Hear this now. Mental illness rising in China. Mental illness rising in Japan. Mental illness rising in Trinidad. Mental illness rising in the UK. And mental illness is rising in the United States. So what is that telling you? It's a worldwide thing. Do you think the enemy give a damn if you're Russian or Chinese or American? He don't give a damn what nationality you are. He wants you to serve him and go down to hell with him. Misery love company. And the problem that people fail to understand that, do you think a person that took 1/3 of the angel in heaven, the stars with him, is playing games? Billions and billions and billions of fallen angel and star follow Lucifer down to the earth, but they live in the atmosphere. These people, these spirit, they fly in the air because they don't have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. So when you have some challenge in your life, what they are doing, they are hindering your prayers. People in this chat, stop praying to God for the same thing over and over. Stop. Once you pray to God, it's done. Next prayer. Done. That's hard. Stop praying to God for the same thing for 25 years. You fasting for 25 years. Stop it. If you make a covenant between God, I'm going to fast for 4 days. God, I'm going to fast. That's different when you make a covenant. But when you pray, you don't pray to God. Because when you praying for God for the same thing over and over, you saying that you're impatient and you want immediate gratification. You telling God, hurry up. These are the things that I learned because that's the relationship that I have with God. That's the relationship that I have with Him. I don't know about yours, but I know the relationship that I have with God. That's how I deal with God. That's how I speak to God. Be real. Stop pretending. God knows everything. Stop acting like God don't know. God knows everything. God is checking your heart. See if you're a liar. You know what I mean? Even if you lie, sometimes we all lie. I lie. We all do it. But is it a deliberately lie coming from your heart? No. That's what God look at your heart. Don't you think God knows certain situation that you in, that if you don't have the full understanding, you're going to make stupid and dumb mistake? But when you realize that, God, forgive me. But people who work like want to work with Kai, no, they don't. All they telling this guy everything is good, man. Bye, don't worry, don't worry, no, don't worry about that. Do you know this entity that we are fighting against? That we cannot fight this entity by ourselves. Do you know that all of those angels installed, 1/3 took this person advice? I don't know what he promised them, but the only thing that I could see that makes sense according to this whole biblical, what I could come to understand, what it is, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Okay, give them their free will of choice. Let's see who they choose at the end. Hear this now. YARDCHAT, you are responsible daily. So hear this now. Every person gonna have to make a decision of what they do. And hear this now. Nobody else could put their 2 cents but you and God when you stand before that man. There is not me, no, it's between you. It's like you and YouTube. It's you and YouTube. There's nobody else. You can't blame nobody else if you don't get no view. Oh, you're gonna complain about algorithm? Oh, just no. Change your deliverance, change your tone, change your content, do something different. But you want to keep it like that and think it's okay and be beguiled. And when the true king come back, oh, you didn't know? No, you listen. The thing that I love about God, and this is always keep me going. His righteousness. His righteousness. People say anything. I'm not talking about people who talking, oh, we serving the same God. No. I'm talking about the God that come to give us life abundantly. That's the God I serve. I'm serving the God that gave me life. I'm serving the God that woke me up this morning. I'm serving the God that could tell me when I'm doing something wrong. Convict me, conviction. I know I do a lot of things wrong, but I say, God, please don't God, please don't leave me. That's all. I say, God, I know I'm not perfect. I know I could be a better father. I could be a better husband. We could all be better, better, better. We could all do better. But I say, God, please have mercy. Have mercy, God, because without you, because if you didn't tell me to get up this morning, where would I be? See, these are the things God is saying. You think you're in control? But we take God for granted. We take God for granted and think God always going to be there. But one day depends on your decision and your choice. Because at the end of the day, we all have to be held accountable for what we did in this body. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. But I believe we were at a place in our mother womb. But I believe we before we was in our mother womb, we was at a place in God, memory, or heart, or whatever it was, whatever it is, guys. Because he told Jeremiah, listen, man, you need to chill out because before you were in your mother womb, I knew you, so you need to chill out. And he had to put Job in his place too. You had to put Elijah in his place. You had to put Moses in his place. God had to put a lot of people. He had to check a lot of people. He checked. Joe, where were you when I created all this? Where were you? Ezekiel, talking about he's the only prophet running away. That God said, you think you the only one? Do people don't understand? If God don't, God have a lot of people to use who are willing and able to God use me. But the thing is, when you have a special work that God wired you since you was in your mother womb, that's what you're gonna do. Nobody, no one could do that work for you but you. So these are the things that I see that Kai need to go back to basic and go back to the basic of God and prayer, because if he go deeper into this, people, he's not even 30 yet. I don't even think he's 25. I'm from Jamaica. Born in born in Jamaica, did all my schooling here. Came here, my family, my parents came here the right way, just like everybody else American that came from here, that migrate, came here and made this country what it is. Nobody's 100% American. That's all I got to say, because we came here. Everyone came here. If you take away 50 years from this generation, so we have to be careful how we treat people. Be careful, because this what happened now. The same person you refuse will become the chief cornerstone. Be careful how you treat people. You never know when God is giving you that test. When I was hungry, when I was thirsty, these are the things that we need to check ourselves with on a daily basis. And this is what how you do yourself when they say a self-check, a mental check, self-care check. Because in the nursing field, we do self-care. We do a self-care evaluation. Every time you're going to work, because you see things that you have a shift. It's always something, you have to do a self-check. And in nursing, I do self-check. I do this, I check myself, including having a bad attitude. Because when you have a bad attitude, you're not going to give your best. Caring, you're not going to do, you're going to have steps. So you have to check yourself and say, listen, I'm upset, but it's not for this person. I'm going to separate. How you self check when it comes down to the word of God? Yes. The fruit of the Spirit. Ah. That's how you do your self check. If you're not feeling joy, if you're not feeling love, if you're not happy, something is wrong. If you feel in misery and confusion, no, it's not of God. Self check. Use the fruit of the Spirit to measure you where you with God. Because if you're unhappy all the time and just mad and upset, you're not going to have a lot of company. Misery. People are going to back away from you. So you got to do self check, man. Use the fruit of the Spirit. Why I'm not feeling joy? Why I don't have peace? I love I claim that I have I believe I'm a believer in God, but why I don't have why I don't have it? You can't blame nobody else. You gotta look in the mirror and say, listen, what I'm doing that causing me not to obtain these things. Maybe it's the people that you're hanging around with. Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe it's just the way you're doing things. You need to change it. Someone said, listen, you need to stop that. Cut it out. You know? Yeah. That's me. Always mad upset, man. You can't be mad upset, man. Nah. I mean, listen, man. I'm still. God is still working on me, man. God, listen. When I come on here and I speak, this helped me too because it helped me to self-reflect because I have to, what I'm saying, I have to, use it too. It's hard, man. It's hard, guys. It's hard, but we just got to take a day at a time, man. And listen, today's my birthday. Wow, today this, and also today's my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, sister. I don't know. Sometimes they're watching the podcast. And listen, man, thank you for the I guess that a diamond. I don't know what it is. I don't even pay attention to these things when I come on here because we 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 looking towards 2,000 subscribers and we want people to, yeah. Yeah, my sister. Yeah, she's 2 years apart. Wow. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna, what hear this? Every year she beat me. She beat me again this morning. For the last blah 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 years, my sister, she always beat me to be the first one to say happy birthday. And every year I say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And she beat me to it. And she always beat me. She be the first one. So but she's older, so I gotta respect that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It been a rough couple weeks. 'Cause, my mom passed away. Wow, my mom. Wow, what a bless. Man, that woman was amazing. But we buried her November 10th. Um December 10th. It's been a month. My son and I went there the last day of school, last Tuesday, to pay respect to her again. We went stop by her burial site, but And my son, oh, dad, he's so sad. I said, yeah, but grandma's in a better place. And the thing, my mom, she wasn't sick. She wasn't, anything. She just died from old age, man. She was just, she lived a very long time, man. Very long time, guys. 95. I can't even believe it. But what it is that in death, I'm sure, I know she's with the God. I know she's in a better place. But what it is, on and I think someone said on Instagram that oh, you should speak about that more. It's some, and I think I will. I'm going to do a video later about how to, not to say how to deal with it, but the loss. It's not say you're mad or upset if that person is gone. What it is, you miss that person, the voice, talking to that person, going to see that person. That's where it hurts because you don't have that communication. I don't want to communicate in spirit. No, stop it. Stop. No, living, as the word of God said, the living and the dead have nothing in common. Nothing. Nothing in common. So it's just like when you're in your mother womb, you're in a dimension, you don't know where you're at. You don't know where you are. You don't know where you are, but and we are not self-conscious of the state we in or what we are thinking. We don't know. Only God know that. But I know once you're in that dimension, then you come into this dimension. Then this dimension give you the awakening, the feelings, your thoughts. Then you become a living soul to, to operate this body. Then I'm looking at him and said, wait a minute, God, what you saying, Nico? What you told Jeremiah? I said, God, back up here. Wait here. We gotta back up, God. So wait a minute here. So you telling me that you told Jeremiah before you was in your mother womb, you was in the thought of God or the bosom, wherever we don't have knowledge of that. But God told Jeremiah, before you was in your mother womb, and I know you, so you need to relax. So now we're in this world, we have the conscious feelings, emotion, everything, sense, five senses, everything. Boom. But we are limited in this body because the spirit have need a vessel to stay here. You need a vessel to stay here. I'm going somewhere that you need a vessel to stay here. If you come in the world another way, you are trespassing. Going somewhere with this. Now, scientists, Elon Musk, saying that the only issue they're having right now is to transfer the soul. It's a challenge. Be careful, be careful, be careful. If God told Jeremiah, before I knew you, that means you were somewhere with God or at a place waiting for him to say, come, I'm going to make you into a person or whatever. You're going to be born. So I'm thinking they have technology now, artificial womb, fake life. Do these people have soul? Because if you are creating life, and in the book of Revelation or Habakkuk, we talking about the last days, how image is going to come alive through machines, electricity. We know that. But what I'm saying is this: you could become a living object or thing, but it does not make you living. Because what make us so special that Elon Musk and these people trying to figure out? Man became a living soul. How in the world that happened? We have to be very careful of what we are calling living. Because some of these entities that they are calling living, they are soulless. And they're being born soulless. And when you are soulless, you don't have no part in God because He never gave you that life. You are an imitator. And I believe that is one of the thing the enemy is using. Lying to people that they could come back to life. Follow me? Talking about the cloning. I'm going somewhere. The cloning. Follow me, people. The cloning. It's all in it. Hear this now. When you clone people, there is no soul. Because that have to come from God. And in the Bible, in the last days, in First Timothy, in the last days, he said we are living in perilous times where man gonna love themselves more. They're gonna love the creature than more than the creator. So what they create, they're gonna love it more than God. Because they created. Man gonna want to put themselves that they are God. Because they are making our so-called giving people. What they are doing, they are transfer your subconsciousness into machines. Your brain. What you're gonna have for a body is an AI that never rots, not never go old. But your mind will be trapped into a tin can. So me now, I spoke to a nurse the other night, my coworker, and I was saying to her, I floated on the floor. She floated my floor. And I said, what a blah, 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 blah. And she was saying, whoa. Wow. I said, really? They could keep you alive on the machine, but you're clinically dead. So when they have a person like in that type of stage that is clinically dead, and put the person thoughts and memory in a machine, or self-consciousness, does that person have a soul? Don't forget, when a person is clinically dead, you could put them on life support just to keep the blood and the organ, blah, blah, blah. But their body will start to break down sooner or later. You're clinically dead. Then you could put your mind into a machine, but are you a living soul? No. That is the problem that we're gonna have. They're gonna upload subconscious in all of these machines. Because China will be doing that shortly and soon. Because China right now is working on that million-man robot to march in the Middle East. The final battle, Armageddon. The Euphrates River is drying up. Things are happening, people. See, prophecy fulfilling and human knows, and they cannot stop it. So hear this now. So when you have a million-man army that are soulless, it's not just China doing it. No emotion. They will have the emotion. They have all of that, but they do not have a soul. A soul make you have compassion and empathy. So when you have machines that don't have no type of empathy, God help us. That is what's going to be. That's what's coming, people. That is what. See, we taking a grant. See, all of these people that you see, the the Kanye West, the Taylor Swift, all of these people, they are being used for a better purpose in their eyes. They're being used because at the end of the day, if you don't acknowledge God, who are you acknowledging? That's what's up. If you do not acknowledge God, who are you acknowledging? I'm getting ready to leave, guys, and I just want to leave this before I go. Who are we fooling? Who are we fooling? Who are we fooling? For the people who in the chat, set up some prize for this young man. Send some prize up for him because he will need it. And I pray to God that someone in his camp, God, please that would just check him, check what he's doing, someone who is favor of God. Someone have to be in his camp that have knowledge of true living God. Someone, people, someone, and I pray to God that that person will do, because if nobody intervene, man, if God don't intervene, people, it's not going to be good for this young man, because the enemy have him right now. And once the enemy starts saying about mental illness, people, you're going to be like Kanye West, a poppy show. You're going to be like the king's fool. Nobody take you seriously. You a joke. Thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciate everything everyone doing. Make sure you press like, share, subscribe to the platform. And we trying to go up to 2,000 subscribers. I don't know how much subscribers we have right now, but thank you for the 11 likes. Appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for everything that you know, everyone supporting, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? Because, it's sad when, see, it's not say sad. It's not say sad. This what happened. This what happened. The enemy know our potential, and the enemy watch us, and he see our move, and he see what we people who we hanging with, and that's a big part, because the enemy watch, and if someone in your camp is on his side, he's a house enemy, and majority of the time, great leaders, or you know it's not the enemy from outside, it's inside, house enemy. And that is what my pastor told me years ago. He said, listen, man, surround yourself with good people who discern good things for you, want best thing for you, who believe in God, because house enemy is dangerous, man, because they pretend to be your friend. They know your family, they know your wife, they know your kids, they know a lot about you. But in back of their head, they have another agenda. And their agenda is dangerous. And he said, house enemy, you know what I mean? You don't see it. But you need people in your camp that is out for your best interest, that when something come in, they deal with it. This situation with Kai, I don't know if anyone dealt with it, but to me it seemed that he got into some things, and it's when he got into it, that's when he started having his issues, mental issue. He never spoke out. It seemed like he was a very bright young man, on point, energetic, positive things. But the last year or two, it seemed that he's been struggling. I see the difference. I see the difference, guys. I see the difference. Let me just show some pictures before we go. Um, Let me get myself out the way. Oops, sorry. He's struggling. The smile is not there no more. It's just his eyes saying a different thing. His eyes, he's saying, you know, um, I need I need help. And look at that. No smile, just no smile, no smile. Look at this. No smile. What happened to this guy? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Something happened. And I believe it's when he got caught up in these sponsorship and people who know who he is, and moving the master people want in. People want in. And I think he let some people in his circle that don't belong there. He let some demons in his circle, and those demons are shining like bright star, and they're leading him. And I pray to God that someone would enlighten him. God enlighten him, guys. And God, if only you could do it, because this young man, he had great potential. He was a believer, and for some reason he got caught up in the vibes of negativity that have him by his neck, and they're gonna put a knee on his neck. And if they put that knee on his neck, guys, he's gonna be down for a while, because you know, and he gonna make a lot of money, man. But is it worth it? Mental health versus money. That's the topic. Mental health versus money. Which one do you choose? That's the question. Which one do you choose? All right, man. Thank you very much. You know, make sure you tell a friend. Yes, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Why he look like Diddy? That is not Diddy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That's not Diddy, son. Stop it. Stop it. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, man. Make sure you press like, share, and subscribe. Until later. Enough love. All right.